Good afternoon. Happy Friday, TikTok fam. All right, so today we're going to talk about another consumer law that can help you get stuff off your credit report. Guys, I'm telling you, these credit bureaus are literally just companies. They do not interact with the government. They have no government contract. They're literally just companies that are just keeping tabs on you. They make deals with these other credit companies like American Express and all these other companies to have information on there. So let's talk about Section 1692G of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Basically, we're going to be talking about the validation of debt. Now, in another video, I said to you guys, don't ever pay collections. And while that is true, that doesn't mean you ignore collections. When you get a notice about collections, number one, you should kind of do a happy dance because that does mean that the debt has been accounted for from the original creditor. So what happens is when they send or sell your debt to collections, they have been compensated by the government for that debt. It's paid and they should be sending you a 1099. If they're not, that's incorrect and it should be off of your credit report. Number two, when you get a notice that you have something in collections, do not pay it, but do not ignore it. You immediately need to jump on that and use consumer law. And you want to use the Section 1692G, which is a validation notice. So basically, within 5 days of the initial communication with the consumer, that the debt collector, for the collection of any debt, a debt collector must send the consumer a written notice containing the amount of the debt, the name of the creditor who the debt is owed, a statement that unless the consumer disputes the validity of the debt within 30 days after the receipt of the notice, the debt will be assumed to be valid by the debt collector. So you need to be getting those three things sent to you in the mail with regards to any debt that's going to collections. If you have not, they're not following federal law. So they need to fix that. Also, when you do get any of these letters or you get notified that you have something in collections, you want to respond immediately with an affidavit. An affidavit basically is truth. It's a truth statement. And the only way it can be rebutted is with another affidavit. So if you send these affidavits in stating that, this debt is not mine, I do not, I'm not paying this is whatever, that debt to them, then it needs to be disputed and it's not valid. Once you have that going on, then you got a little bit more leverage. I hear people saying they're getting sued and all this stuff for debt collection companies. People can sue anybody, you guys. I can sue my neighbor for absolutely no reason. And I'll win if my neighbor doesn't do anything, right? So these collection agents